Okay, so this is just a short video looking at our journal page for today. Obviously, date and title, Thursday 25th of February, can I use questions and take effective notes to further my understanding? I've put a section here for my notes. I've just drawn a notepad around it. Remember, if you are going to do things like this, write first, draw second. Okay, because otherwise if you draw first, your writing might not fit and then it won't look great. Write first, draw second. You don't have to do that. I've just done it because I'm taking notes and it's a notepad. I give myself some lines for some notes. I'm going to use bullet points whilst I'm making notes. And the key thing for notes is I'm just going to write down that key information, those key facts as we go along. In my thinking column, I have key vocabulary and questions I think of. As we go through our session today, I will have been writing down key examples of vocabulary here in the chat on Zoom, and so it's great if you can be copying these down, and you can need to make sure that you're giving your definitions for these as well as we're doing this. Your gap task today, when you come to do it in your journal, is to finish out any notes that you've been taken. Here, I want you to write a section where you summarise this. What have you learnt today? Summarise your notes, summarise what you've got in here. When you're writing in here, make it engaging, make it interesting. Think of how you're starting sentences, think of how you're punctuating, think of how you can link your ideas together. Once you finish this section, I then want you to think about over here. How has this helped me to get closer to answering our inquiry question? How can I explain why the Sikh community in Kent acted the way they did? So how has the work that we've done today with our guest, the notes you've taken, the understanding you've got from it, how has that got you closer to answering our question? Why are you closer to that today than you were yesterday after the work that we've done? At the bottom, I've left a section for our reflection, which we'll do later on this afternoon. Okay. The last section here is questions I can think of. Okay, so this section is if I'm listening to our guest speaker in our chat today, if I'm thinking, oh, here's a great question, write it down here. If I think, what does that mean? Or I would like to know more about that, pop it down in here. These questions are great. You can go away, you can research them yourself, you can ask them to me. If you're writing down the questions here, it means that you won't forget them, so that when we come back to it, we can think, okay, actually, I really wanted to know more about that. This is our journal page for today. Gap task, complete notes, write out for me what you learned today, turn your notes into full writing, and then tell me how this has helped you to get closer to answering our question.